It's YouTube Wednesday! So I am going to finally test Home Depot foam in a silicone mold to see how it pulls out. A lot of questions on this Home Depot foam after I used it to fill 2 masks. A lot of people thought that I wanted to use the mask as a mold. A mask is not a good mold. A latex mask on the inside doesn't have the detail. It would be vaguely shaped the way that you wanted it, but it would look nothing like whatever the mask looked like. So, I mean, that's just not a good way. I wanted solid heads. But this is a silicone mold. It happens to be a silicone mold of my head, and I'm going to use the Home Depot foam in this silicone mold and see how much detail it captures. Cutting open both the A and the B, and I'm pouring them into cups so I can see what's going on. All right, so by eye, I have the same amount of A or B, whichever one this is, in both cups. So this is my, let's call it B. I don't really know. It's in a bag, so it's A for that matter. I've labeled so I know which one is which. Now, let's go with this one. And of course, I spilled it right away. Half of B in this one and half of A in this one. And those measurements are pretty close. The way that they tell you to mix it, I think my measurements will be fine. I have a little bucket. I'm going to review my directions. It's been a while. Do not exceed mixing time, 20 seconds. Material will expand, causing the bag to rupture. Condition material between 18 and 25 degrees Celsius. At least 2 to 3 hours before use. Mixing time, 20 seconds. Check. (1001), 1002, 1003, 1004. Stuff is definitely happening. You guys can see that is rising pretty nicely. I do like this foam. It's a good foam. A little hunk of Tyvek I'm going to use just to hold this down. Putting a little bit of pressure on this to make sure it goes into every nook and cranny of the mold. A lot of heat, a lot of pressure, and some fumes. I'm glad I have the vent hood on. Okay. I think that gave it enough pressure at the right time to build up into those areas. I'm going to let this guy set aside, and I will demold him in half an hour. All right, it has been a solid 15 minutes or so, and I am now going to go ahead and demold this head. That's a good sign. This is pretty smooth right up here up against where the silicone was. Nice. All right, so right here where my goatee is, that's a real chunky area. It's real pitted and pockmarked, and it pulled out some of the foam. It does that with almost every foam because of how that area is in the mold. but that is certainly usable for a body. This is foam from Home Depot in a silicone mold. Bam. That is usable, and I like it. So very happy with how that turned out. Go make stuff!